Verse 25, but now I go unto Jerusalem to minister unto the saints, for it hath pleased them of Macedonia and Achaia to make a certain contribution for the poor saints which are at Jerusalem. He wanted to go to Jerusalem to take the gift to the poor saints there. He wanted to take it with his own hands. Why? Because with his own hands he had wasted the church in Jerusalem. He had led in the persecution of the believers in Jerusalem. Now it was in the heart of this great apostle to make up for uh, that by taking a gift to them. A certain contribution. The Greek word, which is translated contribution, is koinonia, which means fellowship. You can kind of see that. Koine is the language spoken, it means Greek. And so koinonia is building upon that it is fellowship, talking to each other, enjoying each other's company through word. This word is used for everything that believers could share. Christ, the Word, prayer, and the Lord's Supper, and material gifts. Christians have fellowship with God, with Christ, and with one another when they give. Fellowship is not just patting someone on the back. The knife and fork club meeting every week, that is fellowship as far as they are concerned. But for a believer, fellowship is sharing the things of Christ. Paul is talking here about going to Jerusalem, where previously he had persecuted the church. Now he wants to have fellowship with them. He wants to take a gift to them. In fact, in Acts, uh, we have a historical record of this. Paul says, now, after many years, I came to bring alms to my nation and offering. Acts chapter 24, verse 17. This collection was very important to Paul. We find him writing about it in 2 Corinthians. In fact, chapters 8 and 9 deal with it. He actually uh, gets on them for not contributing when Ephesus, a poor little church, contributed more than they did. And they're a rich little church. So, anyway, verse 27. It hath pleased him verily, and their debtors they are. For if the Gentiles had been made partakers of their spiritual things, their duty is also to minister unto them in carnal things. Paul makes it clear that it was a free will offering. Every man according as he proposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7. This is the offering Paul collected. Paul makes it very clear that it is not only was free will offering, they couldn't give any other way to please God, but he enforces the fact that they made a moral obligation and debt to pay. The Gentiles had received the gospel from Israel. Our Lord Jesus said, ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. John chapter 4, verse 22. You see, the gospel began in Jerusalem. Macedonia and Achaia were obligated to Jerusalem. Now, some of the saints in Jerusalem were having financial difficulties, evidently because of persecution. Macedonia and Achaia could now pay a spiritual debt in the coin of the realm. This is foreign missions in reverse. It is the ministry church, the missionary church helping the home church. This very thing may take place in our nation, by the way, in the not too far distant future.